I'm sick and tired of people coping and making these emotions out to be these little sensitive things. You're a man. You can't fail. If you have the dream in here and you take action and have unwavering belief that it is going to come true, it is already yours. You don't need any external thing of the world. You want to know the truth about medicine is that medicine... What is going on, guys? Back again today. For those of you that are new here, my name is Ivan Compres. I'm 20 years old and I run an online fitness coaching business where I help men transform their lives and become their best versions. On today's video, the topic is going to be about the importance of having patience through the storm. We're all going to go through different seasons of life. There's going to be seasons of happiness, seasons of growth, seasons of heartbreak, seasons of being alone, and each and every single one holds beauty. But there's particular points in our journey where we face, storms. Like, storms could be anything. It could be a toxic relationship. It could be pain from a breakup. It could be somebody passing away. But when we face those storms, there's a level of resilience and a level of faith that is required to come out on the other side stronger. There's a story in the Bible of Jesus, and it's a story with the disciples, and they're in the middle of, I believe the ocean, and they're fishing. And they're fishing, right? And they're just out there fishing, and this massive storm comes out of nowhere. Like, this huge storm comes out of nowhere. And Jesus ends up falling asleep on a cushion. And all the disciples are panicking. All the disciples are freaking out. They're like, yo, what are we going to do? This huge storm, bro. And Jesus is just sleeping on a cushion. Mind you, they have literally God right next to them, and they don't realize that. But they're literally tripping balls because of the storm. They're afraid they're going to die. And so the disciples, they're tripping, they're afraid, they're scared, they're uncertain of what's to come. And as soon as things aren't looking bright, it's looking like it's going to be the end of their life, Jesus gets up from his nap and he tells the storm to be gone. He tells the storm to be gone. And so the disciples realized quickly, like, damn, we were really just tripping for nothing. And just like that, you need to have faith in your darkest seasons, because God is with you every single step of the journey. Don't doubt him. God is going to protect you before he corrects you. He's going to keep you safe. He will teach you a lesson, but he's going to keep you safe. Jesus kept them safe in that storm, but then he spoke to the disciples and told them, you need to have faith. Your faith isn't strong enough. When these storms are coming, you're more afraid of that than of your Creator. God is the one who provides everything for you. God is the one who puts everything in your path, yet you're fearing something of the world instead of fearing him. God wouldn't have put the dream that you have in your mind in there for no reason. Why would he put it there? What, so you could fail? I think it's the dumbest thing in the world that people actually believe that they can fail. You can't fail. If you have the dream in here and you take action and have unwavering belief that it is going to come true, it is already yours. People cease to realize the power of their mind. It's so powerful, and the Bible talks about it time and time again. I think back to the days when I got cheated on and broken up with. I literally was in a relationship for 2 years. Things were going good. They were going all right. But I was a slave to my flesh. I remember I would just look forward to all the things and the fleshly pleasures that came with the relationship. I really loved that girl. But I noticed that I was very flesh driven. I would constantly get caught up in my flesh, thinking about, tonight this, tonight that. I'm excited to sleep with her. I would think all these thoughts in my head. And yeah, I loved the girl. I loved her to death. But my flesh was very involved in the relationship. And in the end, since my flesh was so involved in it, I placed a lot of my self-worth on the relationship. I didn't really focus too much on my goals, on my dreams. I put that second, but what I put first was the relationship. And it was in part because I was so flesh driven. I didn't see through all the BS. I didn't see all the smoke screens, all the bad things that were going south, all the signals that things weren't the way they needed to be, that there was something fishy going on. But I was so flesh driven, and I was so codependent on, my worth being placed on the relationship, that I was blinded. And boom, hit like a truck. Realized I got cheated on. You know, it was a long distance relationship towards the end, and that's when it happened. And in part, you know, I realized that a lot of that is my fault. Yeah, I can't control that. That was her choice, right? But I realized that it was my fault, because had I not been flesh driven, had I lived in my spirit, had I had faith in the Lord and realized that he was with me the whole time, he was trying to give me signs, that would have never happened to me. But since I was in this dark season of placing my value on her, constantly being, you know, flesh driven, excited to sleep with her, excited to do all these things, not to say I wasn't excited about the regular stuff, but that was a big driver in it. And it all stemmed from me believing that a void inside myself was going to be filled by something of the world. But God was in the seat next to me every step of the way. God was laying down in the boat every single step of the way, even when I was sinning, even when I was doing wrong, even when I didn't have faith in him. He was there every step of the way, napping, because he knew that he was going to keep me safe. And he did. He did. That relationship was removed from my life. Got cheated on. I thought it was a negative in the moment, but guess what? It turned out to be the most beautiful situation of my entire life. It turned out to teach me and form me into the man that I am today. I was half in, half out. Now all my 10 toes are in it. I'm deep in the trenches every single day, waking up early, going hard, going intense in my lifts, eating and tracking my macros every day, focusing on my business and getting every single one of the guys in the program results. And it's because the Lord used that season to form me into who I am now. So if you're in a season of pain and questioning, bro, why is this happening to me? Why am I going through this pain? Why did she cheat on me? Bro, it's an opportunity to grow. Don't listen to the people around you that try to tell you, oh, bro, you can get over it. Just go sleep with a few other girls. Like, bro, come on, let's go out. Dude, that's how you literally waste an opportunity to learn and grow. I had those chances. I had plenty of women come my way, and still to this day, it's an abundance of women, because when you self-develop as a man, you realize that, bro, there are so many women that want me, and I need to filter out which ones are actually good for me and which ones aren't. It's an abundance. And every single day it's a temptation for me. But I don't act on it because I understand that, bro. With great power comes great responsibility. The Lord will shape you into this person that you could never even imagine, and you're going to gain power and responsibility with it. But the Lord is going to test you and see how you use it. Because if you use it correctly, use it for good, you don't allow your temptations to get the best of you, guess what? More blessings, more abundance come your way. You know, a lot of people mess up when they start to get a little bit self-developed. They start to feel a little bit better about themselves. Oh, let's go sleep with a bunch of girls. Let's just go party, bro. I already hit the gym 5 days a week. Let's get drunk every Saturday, Sunday. You know what you're doing? You're capping your success. You're capping your success because guess what? That storm that's in your path, it's there to shape you into a man that's unrecognizable. Bro, if somebody did you wrong in the journey, if somebody cheated on you, somebody betrayed you, and you feel like you need to prove them wrong, bro, you aren't going to win proving them wrong by constantly, mindlessly giving into vices, but you're going to prove them wrong by becoming the most successful version of you. Bro, it is literally on the other side of you being successful. Success is the greatest revenge and the only revenge there is. Bro, it doesn't matter if I slept with 10, 20 girls since I got cheated on. It doesn't matter. But you know what does matter? I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm doing amazing with my business. I'm growing each and every single day as a man. That's what matters. And in the end, in 5, 10 years from now, when my success is 100x what it is now, that's what matters. But all these superficial things of the world don't matter. As a matter of fact, the only thing that actually matters isn't just what I mentioned, but also your connection with Christ and with God. Because when you have a connection with God, that's the most fulfilling thing in the world. Nothing of the world will fill your void. Nothing. So I'm telling you right now, if you feel like you may be lost, you may be lonely, you're going through this season of life that's so uncertain that you just don't know what's next, brother, I'm here to tell you, find solace in the fact that God is with you every step of the way. He never left. And even if you feel like you've steered away from him, you're sinning, you feel guilty, bro, he's there for you and he forgives you. just gotta turn to him and realize that he never left. He never left, bro. Because the thing is, when I was in that relationship, I was as far away from God as ever. Far away from God as ever. I was raised in the Catholic Church. I was raised in the church as a kid. But I never really understood why I was going to church. And so it got a point in my life when I was like 14, 15 years old, I completely rejected it. I was like, bro, this is BS. I don't care about God this, God that, Jesus this, Jesus that. I don't care. And from the age of like 14, 15 to like, I'm going to say recently, I mean, I was already 20. Yeah, 20 now that I'm 20. It was this year that I found God again and found Christ. So a 6-year period where I just didn't even believe in God like that. I was like, bro, I don't care about any of that BS. And that was the most pain-filled 6 years of my entire existence. Not to say there weren't a lot of amazing things, but I went through the most pain because I was constantly seeking the love of God, that unconditional love, in other people, in external things. And that's just not a reality, bro. It's not. And the quicker you realize that, bro, you got your best teammate right next to you. You got God right next to you every step of the way. And you actually find solace in that and realize, bro, God is literally my teammate. What do I have to fear? As soon as you accept God, bro, your life will, I'm telling you, your life will completely transform. I thought I was making progress in those 6 years. I thought I was, but nah. I've made more progress since that breakup and being cheating on. So we're talking June, July, August. We're almost 4 months since then. I've made more progress in the last 4 months, no joke, than probably like the last 2 years. And it's, yeah, because of the fuel of the breakup, but because of God too. God's constantly been blessing me. Blessing me. Blessing me, blessing me time after time again. And it's because I accepted him. But if you don't accept God, if you just, yo, I don't care about God, bro. Like, I'm going to just keep sinning. I'm going to keep living this life. I'm going to keep just, smoking the pain away. I'm going to keep drinking every weekend. And I'm going to, I'm going to feel better. Bro, you know damn well that that's not going to help you. Because I was there. I've been through that. I remember when I would drink so much that I would get drunk. I remember when I would just constantly vape. I remember when I would constantly beat my meat and watch porn because I was literally sad as hell and lonely. I remember. I've been through it. And I'm here to tell you, bro, you think that stuff's going to help you when in reality it just destroys you. It destroys you. But when you turn to God, it's like a healing and a love and an energy that's just, it's creation itself. But look, if you're in that season, bro, I'm telling you, it's just having faith. Showing up every single day, even if it hurts. You got to use that hurt to your advantage because it is a gift. People think that pain is this like negative thing, this, oh, like, yo, you don't need to go through heartbreak. It's not, it's something very hard. Like, you can take time to mourn. Like, you can, nah, bro, use that pain as fuel. I don't know when somebody invented, oh, like, he's going through a tough time right now. He's really sad and depressed. Bullshit. Use it as fuel to your advantage. I'm sick and tired of people coping and making these emotions out to be these little sensitive things. You're a man. If you're a man, you need to be able to deal with it. Because guess what? When you're a father, when you're parenting a family, when you need things that you have to do in order for your family to survive, they don't care about your emotions. Because your emotions don't matter in that term. They don't. As a man, you need to be strong enough to say, I don't care what I'm feeling. I'm showing up every day. This weak world we're living in now, I don't know what is going on. People are being brought up to believe that, oh, I'm just a little bit depressed. I'm going to stay home today. Or, oh, I'm going to, maybe go to the gym twice because I'm sad. Or, oh, I'm just overeating and I'm fat because, I've dealt with depression. Makes me so upset. Because it's literally destroying mankind. How are you going to tell me that our ancestors literally had to wake up at like 4 a.m, hunt for food all day, and the only food they would eat was if they actually caught something? And now people are complaining about, oh, I'm depressed, oh, I need medication because I'm so sad. Wow. All you really needed was God. All you really needed was to turn to God and show up every day, bro. I promise, if you feel sad, show up to the gym every single day, eat clean, pray and read your Bible. I promise you'll feel better, bro. You don't need any medicine. You don't need any external thing of the world. You want to know the truth about medicine is that medicine as well, which is crazy. It's crazy. I could go on for hours, but that'll be another video. When you go to the doctors, they prescribe you some medicine, some drug because you're sad or because you have too much energy. It doesn't treat the root cause, it just treats the symptom. Now, what does that mean? Bro, the root cause is why the thing itself is happening. But the symptom, that's literally just the effect of the root cause. Do you not realize that? That's like literally saying, oh, you're addicted to porn. You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna put up porn blockers so that you don't watch it anymore. And every time that you watch it, we'll just give you this drug so that you forget that you watched it. But that's not gonna do anything, because guess what? You're gonna forget you watched it, and then you're gonna go back again. But no, the reason why you were even watching porn to begin with, maybe it was because you were lonely, maybe you went through a heartbreak, maybe you feel so isolated and alone that that's the only feeling you get of like some sort of intimacy. So instead of addressing that deep down problem, they address the symptom, they address the porn, not the actual issue inside. And that applies to everything. So bro, before you look for some solution in your doctor's office, outside of yourself, in the world, bro, it's all within you already. You're equipped to live in this world. You're equipped. This body is so powerful. The spirit you have inside of you is so powerful. God is so powerful. But you gotta truly trust in Him. You gotta trust in Him. No matter how dark the storm may be, no matter if there's freaking tornadoes all around you, it don't matter. You gotta have faith, and you gotta show up day after day. But I know I went off on a tangent on that one. I get passionate because I want to see you guys win. Every single one of you guys watching this, whether you just came across my channel or whether you're in the Brotherhood, whether you're in Built by Faith coaching, whoever you are, I get passionate because I want to see you win, and it comes from a place of love. It's always from a place of love. But for those of you guys who watch all the way through and you want further guidance, you're just somehow stuck, you don't know exactly how to weather this storm in front of you. You want to truly take over your life, become a man that's so confident, so bold, so strong, that he's just unrecognizable, that you have all your dreams, that you have everything you've ever wanted, but you just don't know how to make that your reality. Apply for Built by Faith coaching down below. If you're fit, we'll hop on a call, and if it makes sense, we'll take it from there. But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one.